the corporation now faces a $1 billion lawsuit from the president of one of our closest allies. I don't need to spell out to you the seriousness of this for everybody in the room or those watching, but suffice to say, it can't be overstated what is a critical time for the BBC and public service broadcasting in general. How did we get here?
Well, I suppose the saga does begin with that memo that I wrote, and at the most fundamental level, I wrote that memo, let me be clear, because I am a strong supporter of the BBC. The BBC employs talented professionals across all of its factual and non-factual programmes, and most people in this country, certainly myself included, might go as far as to say that they love the BBC. What troubled me was that during my 3 years on the BBC's Standards Committee, we kept seeing incipient problems which I thought were not being tackled properly. And indeed, I thought the problems were getting worse. And what was especially troubling about this was that it was all happening just at the time when the BBC faces this fabulous, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, because in the era of fake news, the BBC really can become the go-to provider of news for the entire world. I think that's something that could happen. I would like it to happen, but it can only happen successfully if the BBC, I think, does a better job addressing these incipient and growing problems of the type that the Standards Committee kept identifying. And that's why I tried to alert the BBC board to what was going on, and indeed thereafter sent the memo on to Ofcom and DCMS. There was no ideology at play here, no party politics. If, for example, if you take the example of the US elections report that came before the committee, if it had found that it had been Kamala Harris misrepresented, not Donald Trump, I would have acted in exactly the same way, because I don't want the BBC's coverage skewed this way or that way. I just want it to be impartial, accurate and fair.